The reason why you aren't losing belly fat is because subconsciously you believe that it's not possible for you. Even though you're doing everything that you can on a conscious level, like you're going to the gym, you're training hard, you're dieting, you're meal prepping and doing all of these things, none of those things matter when you don't actually truly believe that this is possible for you. Now, I know this to be true. This is a picture that I took today at the gym, and I want to tell you this. When I first started on this weight loss journey, I didn't actually think and truly believe that it was even possible for me to get this lean. When you genuinely, to your core, believe that you're going to get a certain outcome, you tend to just automatically take the habits that get you that outcome. But first comes the belief, right? First comes the understanding of that vision that you're trying to create, and truly believing that the actions that you're taking are going to get you there. Because it's so easy to overeat. It's so easy to eat up all of the calories that you spent so hard working your way to go and lose throughout the week. When you don't really believe that you deserve to have this physique, this low body fat percentage, you tend to self-sabotage, and that is something that I was prone to doing. I was prone to just spending my weekends eating ice cream, or spending my nights especially just watching TV and just binging as much as I could. But when I truly believed that this is something that I could do, I'd noticed that whenever I was under the bar and I was bench pressing, like, I had this different kind of attitude. It was more of a I can attitude when it came to being in the gym, training super hard and heavy. I had more of this attitude of no matter the weight, no matter the number, it doesn't matter because I can do it. And I flipped this belief in my head as to the kind of person I was trying to be. And I tried to step into that version right now. So when it came to even the foods that I ate, I started to think, what would the version of me who I'm trying to be, what would he eat? How clean would he eat? Would he eat a Snickers bar as like a pre-workout snack? Or would he choose to just eat nutritious food? Would he choose to eat protein that comes from eggs and good sources? Or would he, cheat on his diet and eat McDonald's after the gym, or just some kind of quick fix? When I started to view myself in this different light, a person that actually is fit, that actually has the body, that has the abs, that has like this tight midsection, that's what actually helped me get to the point where I am now. So one of the biggest frustrations that people have with weight loss is that it takes a long period of time. Now, what I want to tell you is that it actually doesn't. The amount of years that it takes for you to accumulate fat, I'll talk about myself for a second. So I went from being 70 kilos, around 72, up until I got to 94 kilos. And that took me about 4 years. 4 years of continuously overeating basically, or bringing myself to the point where I felt extremely full for multiple days in the week. That was challenging in of itself. I was literally pushing myself to be able to do that, right? And a lot of people don't realize this, but you can actually lose your body fat a lot quicker than you can gain it. And I spent 4 years really pushing myself to gain the amount of weight that I did. And now I'm going through a cutting phase that will essentially just take me 30 days. And I'm going to be really showing you guys the result of this on this YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and make sure that you see my transformation over the next 3 weeks. A huge reason as to why people struggle to lose belly fat is because they have a bad mindset. They believe from the beginning that it isn't really possible for them. And when you come into the gym with the I can't attitude, it really does stem into the result that you have. It stems into the actions that you take. And when I changed my mindset and I had a bit more of a I can attitude, that led to me lifting heavier weights. It led to me staying longer on the treadmill, on the Stairmaster, just every single action that I would take, even with my diet, it was just a lot more calculated. It was not just a lot more calculated, but it was a lot more thorough, because I genuinely to my core, like my entire body, my bone structure, my nerves, like everything was way more relaxed. And most people, when they're on a weight loss journey, their entire system is under this stress and this fight or flight, because to the core, they don't really believe that they are the person who they're trying to become. And what I work with my clients on is really believing from the get-go that you are already the version that you're trying to be, and stepping into that version of you now. Because when you do that, you start to then really, really embody the version of you that you're trying to become. And so the way that you take actions every single day is going to be that of the person that you're trying to become. If you can visualize every single day when you're in the gym, when you're lifting the weights, that you are transforming your body right now. It's not something in the future. It's happening now, 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 like now. It isn't something in the future that you have to wait for. It's something that you can literally grasp now. How does the version of you act in the gym? How much weight does he lift? How intense does he feel underneath the bar, right? Like how much effort are you actually putting in? Because when you can really channel that version of you, that is where the results come. It's not going to come from some random day where you get everything in line and you start to really pull yourself together and you go in like some monk mode. That isn't how this works. You just have to embody it right now, and you don't even have to try anymore. That's where all of like the stress just kind of goes away. The stress, the starving yourself, like all of these things are you acting misaligned with the version of you that you're trying to be. Because the version of you that you're trying to become is just naturally able to have the life that he has. He's not forcing himself to not eat. He's not forcing himself to do certain activities and trying and trying and trying. It just comes naturally. It feels good. It flows. Because there are so many people that try to get into the gym, that try to lose body fat, and then they struggle because they're really doing it in an unsustainable way. They're trying to go at it with their current identity. They're trying to go at it with their current way of seeing things and operating in the world. But what people don't realize is that before going to the gym, you first have to have that epiphany moment, that realization of, I'm actually that version that I want to be right now. And in every single action that I'm going to take, I'm going to choose to step into that version.